Welcome to Celebrity Insider, your VIP pass to the juiciest celebrity gossip and behind-the-scenes secrets. The fall of a hip-hop titan. Diddy's arrest and the legacy in ruins, the air crackled with anticipation. News outlets buzzed with speculation. Social media exploded with theories. It was a day that seemed unimaginable just months ago. Sean Diddy Combs, hip-hop mogul, cultural icon, and self-proclaimed King of New York, was finally facing the music. The raid on his sprawling Los Angeles mansion, a spectacle that unfolded in the dead of night, had sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Whispers of wrongdoing, long circulating in hushed tones, had finally reached a crescendo, culminating in the dramatic arrival of federal agents, their presence a stark reminder of the law's unwavering grip. Before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please like, share and hit that subscribe button so that you will be the first to be updated each time we post. Thank you. The charges, initially shrouded in secrecy, were finally unveiled. Racketeering, money laundering, and conspiracy. The indictment, a meticulously crafted document, painted a damning picture of a man who had built his empire on a foundation of illicit activities. The news sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, shattering the carefully constructed image of Diddy as a self-made success story. Fans, once mesmerized by his flamboyant persona and undeniable talent, were left reeling, questioning everything they thought they knew about the man who had become synonymous with hip-hop's golden age. But the story didn't end there. The arrest, a culmination of years of investigation, was just the beginning of a complex legal battle that would unfold in the public eye, exposing the dark underbelly of the music industry and revealing the intricate web of power and influence that had shielded Diddy for so long. The rise of a hip-hop icon. Sean Combs, born in Harlem, New York, was a young man with a dream: to conquer the music industry. He started as an intern at Uptown Records, quickly rising through the ranks with his sharp business acumen and undeniable charisma. He was a natural talent scout, recognizing the raw potential in artists like Jodeci and Mary J. Blige, and nurturing their careers into legendary status. But Diddy wasn't content with being just a label executive. He possessed an undeniable stage presence, a magnetic charm that drew people in, and a natural talent for crafting catchy hooks and infectious beats. In 1994, he launched his own label, Bad Boy Records, and with it, a new era of hip-hop was born. Bad Boy Records became synonymous with a sound that was both gritty and glamorous, a fusion of streetwise lyrics and polished production that resonated with a generation hungry for something new. Diddy, now known as Puff Daddy, became the face of this movement, a charismatic leader who embodied the spirit of the times. He wasn't just a businessman, he was a visionary, a cultural force who redefined the landscape of music and fashion. He was a trendsetter, a pioneer who pushed boundaries and challenged conventions, forever changing the perception of hip-hop. The rise of a hip-hop empire. Bad Boy Records became a juggernaut, churning out hit after hit, launching the careers of some of hip-hop's biggest stars. The Notorious B.I.G., Lil Kim, Faith Evans, 112, and Maze. Diddy, the mastermind behind it all, became a global phenomenon, his name synonymous with success and influence. He wasn't just a record executive, he was a brand, a lifestyle, an embodiment of the American dream. He launched his own clothing line, Sean John, which became a fashion staple, and his entrepreneurial ventures expanded to include restaurants, nightclubs, and even a vodka brand. But beneath the glittering facade, a darker side began to emerge. The violence that plagued the streets of New York City seeped into the world of hip-hop, and Bad Boy Records became entangled in a series of high-profile incidents that cast a shadow over the label's success. The death of the Notorious B.I.G., the murder of Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., in 1997, sent shockwaves through the hip-hop world. The tragic death of the rapper, one of Bad Boy's biggest stars, was a turning point, a stark reminder of the dangers that lurked beneath the surface of the music industry. The investigation into Biggie's murder, which remains unsolved to this day, focused on a rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast hip-hop scenes, a feud that had escalated into a bloody conflict. Diddy, who had a close relationship with Biggie, was caught in the crossfire, his name dragged through the mud as the investigation unfolded. The East Coast-West Coast rivalry, the rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast hip-hop scenes, fueled by territorial disputes, artistic differences, and a growing sense of animosity, had reached its peak in the mid-1990s. The death of Tupac Shakur, a West Coast icon, in 1996, further intensified the conflict, pushing the rivalry to a dangerous breaking point. Diddy, as the head of Bad Boy Records, a prominent East Coast label, found himself at the center of this storm. The violence that erupted between the two coasts cast a dark shadow over the hip-hop community, and Diddy, despite his efforts to promote peace and unity, became a target of suspicion and scrutiny. The charges in the trial. The charges against Diddy, which included racketeering, money laundering, and conspiracy, stemmed from a long-running investigation into his business dealings. The indictment alleged that Diddy had used his influence and wealth to create a network of illicit activities, including drug trafficking, money laundering, and violence. The trial was a media circus, with the world watching as Diddy, once a symbol of success and ambition, faced the consequences of his alleged actions. The evidence presented by the prosecution was compelling, painting a picture of a man who had built his empire on a foundation of illegal activities. The defense strategy. Diddy's defense team, led by a team of high-powered attorneys, argued that the charges were politically motivated, a result of a vendetta by federal prosecutors who were determined to bring down a successful black businessman. They claimed that the evidence presented by the prosecution was circumstantial and that Diddy was being unfairly targeted. The defense team also argued that Diddy was a victim of his own success, a man who had built a multi-million-dollar empire that had attracted the attention of jealous rivals and envious competitors. They claimed that the charges were an attempt to dismantle Diddy's business empire and destroy his reputation. The verdict and the aftermath. The trial dragged on for months, with both sides presenting their arguments and calling witnesses to the stand. The jury, after weeks of deliberation, found Diddy not guilty on all charges. The verdict was a victory for Diddy, but it was also a bittersweet one. The trial had taken its toll, damaging his reputation and tarnishing his image. The public, once enamored by his success, was now divided, with some believing his innocence and others questioning his past. The legacy of Diddy. Diddy's arrest and trial were a watershed moment in the history of hip-hop. It exposed the dark underbelly of the music industry, revealing the intricate web of power and influence that had shielded Diddy for so long. The trial also raised questions about the role of race and class in the American legal system, with some arguing that Diddy's wealth and influence had protected him from the full force of the law. The legacy of Diddy. Diddy's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He is a visionary entrepreneur, a cultural icon, and a pioneer who redefined the landscape of music and fashion. But he is also a man who has been accused of serious crimes, and his name has been linked to violence and scandal. Despite the controversies that have surrounded him, Diddy's impact on hip-hop is undeniable. He is a force to be reckoned with, a man who has built a multi-million-dollar empire and left an indelible mark on the culture. The future of Diddy. The future of Diddy is uncertain. He has emerged from the trial a changed man, his reputation tarnished, his image forever altered. He has vowed to rebuild his empire, to reclaim his throne as the King of New York, but the road ahead is fraught with challenges. The legal battles are far from over, and the public is watching, waiting to see if Diddy can truly redeem himself. The story of Diddy is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most successful individuals are not immune to the consequences of their actions. It is a story of ambition, power, and the dark side of the American dream. The arrest of Diddy is a reminder that no one is above the law, and that even the most powerful figures can be brought down. It is a story that will continue to unfold, a saga that will be debated and analyzed for years to come. Thanks for joining us on this star-studded journey on Celebrity Insider.